And that's how they end it? Hey guys, what's going on? So today we are watching a movie I am very interested by, and that is The Turning. The Turning came out last year, and pretty much all I know about it is that Finn Wolfhard is in it, and that it's based on the same story, or it's based on the same story as one of the stories that The Haunting of Bly Manor is based after. This also stars Mackenzie Grace. I know Mackenzie Grace was in Happiest Season. I watched that a couple months ago and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and that was my first Mackenzie Davis film, so I'm really excited to see her in this. But the thing that intrigues me the most about this movie is the fact that it got terrible reviews, which was odd to me because I saw the trailer for this movie in theaters and I thought it looked pretty creepy, pretty good. I didn't get any like terrible vibes from the trailer, so I'm very curious to see, based off of the reviews I saw that just said this movie was just utterly terrible. I'm really curious to see what makes this movie that terrible. Brooklyn Prince is also in this, and I loved her in the Florida Project, so very excited to see her in a creepy role. And I'm also just really excited to see how this movie is different than The Haunting of Bly Manor. I obviously know that The Haunting of Bly Manor was based after a lot of stories, various creepy horror stories. If you guys didn't know, I did a full reaction series to The Haunting of Bly Manor. I'll leave a little card for it up here, I believe. Loved Haunting of Bly Manor, one of my favorite TV shows of last year. And I loved just the story. I had never really known of the story of like Flora and Miles, and then the like nanny who comes in and notices some weird stuff going on in the mansion house manor place. So I'm really excited to see this movie's twist on that story, their take on the story. I know from looking at the little thing about this movie, Finn Wolfhard and Brooklyn Prince are named. Their names are the same as in The Haunting of Bly Manor, Flora and Miles, which that's gonna be so weird for me to hear those names being used by two children not in The Haunting of Bly Manor. But then the nanny, played by Mackenzie Davis, is named Kate. Her name wasn't Kate in Bly Manor. I don't remember, I'm now blanking on what her name was in The Haunting of Bly Manor. Peter Quint! There's also a guy named Peter Quint in this movie. Oh my god, I'll be so excited to see how his character is similar to Peter Quint in Bly Manor. Wow. Oh, and Miss Jessel. Oh, and Mrs. Gross. Oh my god. Okay, there's so many similar names as Bly Manor, which I shouldn't be surprised by. These names are from the original story, I guess. It's just weird. It's just weird after seeing Bly Manor to now be seeing these names in a terrible, supposedly, movie. That's just weird to me. And that's it. Okay, those are the similar names. Miles, Flora, Peter Quint, Miss Jessel, and Mrs. Gross. Cool. Let's jump into it, guys. I'm so excited. I'm pumped. I love horror. If you guys didn't watch my reaction to The Nun, even when horror movies are terrible, there's a very good chance that a lot of times I still enjoy them. If they creep me out, if they give me jump scares, sometimes it doesn't matter then how terrible they are, I'll still somewhat enjoy it to an extent. So we'll see though, because The Turning was just god-awful terrible to so many people, and it was like painful to watch in so many ways I've read. So let's just see how terrible this is to me. Let's get right on in. DreamWorks did this movie. It's always weird when DreamWorks does like live action movies to me. I'm so used to them being like the animated studio, and like, nope, they also do live action stuff. Or not even like live action, just regular, I guess. Oh, there's the manor. It's not gonna be called Bly Manor in this. It wouldn't. Oh, is that like the former nanny or something? Is that Miss Jessel? God, what's so scary? What's happening that is so scary? Oh, there's a man. Was the man Peter Quint? Oh, hello, eyeball blinking.
A memorial service for Kurt Cobain was held today.
Kurt Cobain? Oh, so this is in the 90s? When did Kurt Cobain die? Or maybe early 2000s.
A few years ago, this little girl lost her parents, and then now her nanny just abandoned her.
And the boy, why just little girl?
I'm going from 25 screaming kids to one little girl.
Why aren't they mentioning the boy? Why aren't they mentioning Miles? Was he not in the job description? Why wasn't he... I mean, I'm guessing if it's the same as Bly Manor, the uncle is the one kind of putting this all forward, putting her coming in and helping, so why didn't he mention Miles? I'm excited to see Finn Wolfhard in something else. It's been a minute. Like, Stranger Things, I've seen all of that, and then I've seen the It movies, but, like, that was a minute ago, you know? Both the It movies, and especially because he wasn't as much in the It Part 2 as he was Part 1. And then Ghostbusters Afterlife, I think, hasn't come out yet. I think it's called Afterlife, but that's coming out, I think, this summer. So, and it's been a minute since a new season of Stranger Things. So, very excited to see him in something else. This house is a lot less friendly than Bly Manor was in The Haunting of Bly Manor. That house was big, but it was like, just how it was designed architecturally, it felt more comforting, or it felt more homey. This place is like an abandoned castle. Not like too abandoned, but like freshly abandoned. It's like the coloring, and then just like the hue or the filter they have over this movie, and then like the vines, it makes everything look way more kind of dead than it did in Bly Manor. Bly Manor, a lot of it looked a little more alive. Except this like greenhouse here. This greenhouse is pretty. I don't know about that red water in that fountain though. Is that blood? It looks too pink to be blood, but I don't know why that's there. Oh, maybe it is blood.
Don't be surprised if you find a little mermaid in your toilet.
Is that Miss Gross?
Are you Mrs. Gross?
Yep.
I am?
Yep.
Yes, it's just me and Flora while Miles is away at school.
Miles is at school. Okay.
The children are very special, Kate. They're thoroughbreds.
Thoroughbreds?
I made this soup for Flora's father when he was her age.
Oh, you've been with the family for that long? It's quite a commitment.
It's an honor.
An honor? Let me just pause. I am getting like vibes, and I could be so off with what's going on in this story, but like with Mrs. Gross saying that the children are thoroughbreds and that it's an honor to work for them, I'm getting some really like cult-y vibes, and like kind of like, what am I trying to say? Like you know when like dogs are breeded or whatever, but then there's like non-breeded. Oh my god, I'm so terrible. I'm not a dog person. I've never owned a dog before. I've never had a dog. I've only had cats, so I'm very bad with like the breed terminology, but like whenever there's like a thoroughbred, those are kind of like high-class dogs, you know? Like they're the ones that are in dog shows and stuff like that. So is there something going on with these? I feel like it's weird to use that word with kids. I don't know. I'm getting like weird Hereditary vibes, and I could be off, but that's just what I'm thinking. Let's continue. And like to go along with like it's an honor, it's like Mrs. Gross is like in the cult or whatever, and like it's like a prized position to be working for the family that like has the kids that are like, I don't know, like the thoroughbred devil spawn. I don't know. I'm like really thinking like Hereditary vibes. I could be so off. I'm already trying to piece things together, and there's just not many clues yet, but I think that thoroughbred comment and the it's an honor thing, those are not wasted comments here. I think those mean something.
Did you know that apples have cyanide in them? And the seeds are poisonous.
That's false information, Flora.
This maze is very complicated.
They have a maze. Not good stuff's gonna happen in this maze. Nothing comes good of a maze in a horror movie.
Guess what he had? He had dentistry.
Syphilis. Dentistry?
Dysentery?
Dysentery. I guess syphilis.
No, Flora doesn't leave the property. She has everything she needs here.
See, and Flora doesn't leave the property. That's very, like, possessive. Like, she's a prize. As someone who has worked with sewing machines before in theater, as far as I'm aware, you can't just turn them off by pushing the pedal once. The pedal is what makes it go. There's, like, an actual switch on the sewing machine you have to turn off. So that's a magic sewing machine right there. Oh, okay, we've got moving mannequins and sewing machines in this place. Cool. Is there a shadow behind her? There's a shadow going behind her. That's not pleasant. Hello? Oh my god, that noise, that like growl weird thing, that was not good. I didn't like that. Oh, hey Finn Wolfhard. It is weird having Miles as like a teenager. I'm very much used to there being like a younger, like 12, 13-year-old Miles. I'm really curious to see how similar this is to Bly Manor. I haven't read the like original story of like Flora and Miles and the nanny and all that stuff, so I don't, and it's also been like 4 months since I was like deep in the, or not 4 months, maybe 6 months since I was deep in the Bly Manor lore of kind of how the story worked, where each story came from, all that stuff. So it's been a minute, so I don't remember if a certain aspect of Bly Manor about Peter Quint and Miles being pretty close, if you get what I'm saying. I don't know if that's going to be in this story, because it looks like Miles did something to get kicked out, I guess, of his school to come and be with Flora, but like, and that was in Bly Manor. So like, is the thing that was happening with Peter Quint and with Miss Jessel in Bly Manor, is that also happening here between them and Miles and Flora? Or is this something different? I don't know. I'm just so curious. Let's continue.
He gave me a list of some of your schoolwork to complete while you're home.
That sounds like a lie.
They were born into privilege, Kate. Can you please remember that?
Yeah, but just because they have privilege doesn't mean you need to spoil them.
Yes, well, other boys, Kate, have always been jealous of Miles.
This is very interesting.
Let me help you.
No, thank you. This is my job. You do yours.
I'm so intrigued by what's going on here. Like, I just don't know if it's going to be the same as Bly Manor or not in aspects. Like, I'm not really getting it being terrible at this point. Maybe it's because I'm familiar with the story somewhat, and so I'm like really curious of how, I don't know, I'm just curious. I don't know.
What do you want?
Does he not have like a bed or like a, oh my god, hello, you're just gonna pick up a spider, okay. Why is his like mattress just like on the ground like that? Like, does he not have like a bed to put his mattress on, you know, like the part that you put the mattress on? I'm blanking on what that's called, but odd when you live there that you wouldn't have that. Oh my god. What was that? Was that a tarantula? Because that did not look like a tarantula. That looked weird. Like a weird arachnid I've never seen before. That did not look like a tarantula. What type of arachnid was that? Oh, hello. Is that Peter Quint? I have a feeling this is kind of going the way of how Bly Manor went with the whole Peter Quint, Miss Jessel storyline. Oh my god. What is Flora doing in the pool? Swim faster than that. Don't tell me that is the fastest you can swim. You are going so slow. Come on, go a little faster. Go a little faster. Oh, what's going on there? Is that not Flora? Was that Miss Jessel? What was that? That was really hard to see what was going on there. Oh, this is not going to end up well. There's never a good bath scene in a horror movie. Something always ends up happening. Yep, something's gonna happen here. Something's gonna like force her under the, oh my god. Why did that scare me? Why did it scare me after the fact? Like, saw him, then I jumped? Why did that happen? Oh, what are you doing here?
There's a spider on you.
No, you brought that spider. Oh god. Oh my god. Where did that fish come from? Oh, probably from that lake.
Miles?
Oh my god. Oh, a dream.
Will you keep me and Flora safe? You will?
And Kate too?
And Kate too? Really? He says you have nothing to worry about.
Please stop. I don't want to go.
Oh no, honey, we're almost at the gate. We'll be fine.
What's gonna happen if Flora leaves the property? I'm so curious.
Miles, tell her to stop or I'm gonna die.
You're gonna die? What? What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Aggressive.
The Miles I've met is not a sweet boy.
Because it's Peter Quint. Oh my god, the Polaroids, like in Bly Manor. That's not as pleasant of a Polaroid as the one in Bly Manor, though. Oh, there he is.
I feel Quint's eyes on me all the time.
Okay, okay. So Peter Quint and Miss Jessel in this story are not romantically involved like they were in Bly Manor. It's more Peter Quint is like trying to force himself on Miss Jessel, and Miss Jessel is like, no thank you. Interesting.
Wait!
She's already that good at writing after like one lesson. Ooh, there's some like, I don't know if foreshadowing is the word, but like that's indicating to what's really going on here. Oh my god. Is that a dream? Oh, hello. Oh my god, did Miss Jessel die in the lake? Or like the koi pond? Did she never even leave like they thought and she really died? Oh my god. Oh, and that was a dream too. A dream within a dream. Ooh. Looks like the room is like slightly tilting in that shot. That could have just been my imagination, but that was cool looking. Oh my god, Miss Jessel's behind her. Miss Jessel is behind her. Oh my god, that was creepy. Oh, was that her? Whoa, I really liked how they did that with Miss Jessel being behind her. Wow. I liked how they did that. I liked how they did that. Stylistically, it looked cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was creepy. Whoa, that was like, the hand in Addams Family. I'm blanking on what the hand's name is, but oh my god. Oh my god, now there's multiple hands. Ooh, and they look like phantom hands. Like, they don't look all the way real. Like, they look kind of mystified in a way.
I'm gonna sleep with you, okay?
Okay. Oh, hello, ghost. Why are you just letting your footprints be seen right now? Are you trying to show her something? My theory is that was Miss Jessel, because Miss Jessel, yeah, she's like the good one. She's the victim, so. Whoa, that was a cool shot. I was a fan of that. Oh, is she discovering Miss Jessel's body? Miss Jessel showing her that maybe Kate's in danger. Oh, 14 minutes left. This has gone by very quickly. Oh. Wow. Wow. That is so interesting how they're like making the bodies very mystified, and then the more she sees it, like becomes more real looking. Oh, now she's seeing Peter Quint. Oh my god. Goodbye, Mrs. Gross. Oh, I would run. I would get the kids and I would run. Oh, there's Miss Jessel. Why are her nails like that? Like, even if she's dead, her nails would not grow into sharp points.
We just need to get to the car.
I don't want to die. I don't want to leave.
See, that's the part I'm really curious about, is why does she think she's gonna die if she leaves the property? Like, she's not a ghost. What does that have to do with, why does any of that have to do with her? We got 9 minutes. How is this going to end? How much time is there allotted for credits in this 9 minutes? What is gonna happen? Oh, this is very much mimicking the first scene, the opening scene. Literally just try busting through the gates. Go. Go. Okay. Alright. There. You did it. Everything's fine, right? What? What?
Whatever your mother has, let's hope it's not genetic.
What?
I guess you can't escape the inevitable.
Wait a minute. What just happened?
Plane course just coming.
wrong with her?
What just happened? Did she just think all that up?
Why are you lying to me? I saw him. I know you saw him.
I didn't see her!
We have 6 minutes. It seems like we should have like 20 minutes left at least. Or more.
I know what you're afraid of.
What is that? Is that... Oh, that's her bed. What? 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 What was in her mom? What? What did she see? And that's how they end it? Okay. I'm gonna... What? What? What just happened? That went so far from what happened in Bly Manor that now I'm just confused. Was Miles getting possessed by Peter Quint? Because they never like showed that that was actually happening. And what was it with the whole thoroughbreds thing? That was just a weird offhand thing that never resolved to anything. I'm gonna Google some stuff. Give me a minute. Alright, the ending of The Turning explained. You'd think I would understand what was happening there because of Bly Manor, yet that just made me more confused. I remember, like, from what I've seen of the original story, how it did kind of end was that it was like what was happening like drove the nanny crazy. And I'm guessing that's just what happened here. It's just how they portrayed some stuff is just weird. Like, were there actually ghosts? Yeah, okay, this article from looper.com really puts it well that the film doesn't really have an ending. It just stops. I agree. I feel like there should have been a little, like, I get the artistic choice and like the ambiguity of it, but like I feel like there needed to be some sort of conclusion, whether it was a good one or a bad one. It just stopped with the kids thinking she's crazy and her pretty much being like, what just happened with the mom? Why did she scream at her mom in her brain? What happened there? It's like no explanation. Okay, this article's starting to make sense. So like the first ending where they're all in the car and they flee the estate, that's like the first ending or whatever, and then there's the second ending where literally Kate is just insane and that's what really happened. And they just showed us the first thing to show us what they would think we wanted to see, in a sense. At the end, Kate is insane. It's not clear if the first ending was a prophetic vision or a crazy person's fantasy. And we don't know if Bly is actually haunted. Oh, so this place is called Bly Manor or whatever, or Bly Estate in this one. I didn't ever hear him say that, but okay. Doesn't matter if it's haunted or if this is a fantasy. Either way, Kate has lost her mind. Yeah, this is adapted from The Turn of the Screw. I'd forgotten that was the name for it. Okay, I've had enough of the article. I think I get what was happening here, and I think it was just kind of a sloppy ending. How the article put it, this was like the filmmakers' attempt at making the story ambiguous, kind of like the original short story ended up being, and it definitely did. I just think it did it in a very abrupt way that just kind of threw me off. My question is okay, so there definitely was hints to that Miles was possessed and that maybe Miss Jessel had some sort of hold over Flora in a sense, but I can't tell if me just having seen Haunting of Bly Manor is making me so aware of that, or like would I have gotten that if I had just watched this having never seen Haunting of Bly Manor? I don't know. I don't know if I would have gotten it. It was so subtle. It was not as... There was just not enough time, like there was in Haunting of Bly Manor, for me to really kind of piece it all together, I guess. I don't know. That was odd. That was so odd, y'all. I did not expect it to end like that. Now I understand the bad reviews. Like, I don't think that was the worst thing ever. I thought it was very slow paced, but I thought some of the choices were creative, how they did things. But then I don't like how they did that ending, I don't think. I don't know, I think there could have been a lot more that was said, and it's not like this movie was running really long. It's only like an hour and 32 minutes. She could have spent another 20 minutes and just fleshed things out a bit more. Maybe even still ended with a very ambiguous ending, but just did it better. Like, we needed 20 more minutes of exposition, plot, character development, something in there just to make it so that ending did not feel as like, what? Like, I think the thing that really needed to be kind of touched on a bit more was why she screamed at her mom's face, like whenever it like went into her mind and like she was seeing her mom in the pool, in the empty pool. Like, why did she scream? My guess for that was that because the second ending is, they're like the real ending or whatever, what happens at the very end is clearly telling you that she's insane, that she's been driven crazy. But so what I'm thinking is when she saw her mom, maybe she was like seeing herself. Like when her mom looked up, she saw her own face or something, and it freaked her out. She was like, oh my god, I've become my mom, or oh my god, I'm now insane. Like, kind of like how my mom is in a way. Like, that's my only guess. That is that maybe she saw herself in her mom's face and she was like, oh no, what's happened, you know? Let's look at some of the reviews. I want to see what some of the reviews are of this movie. Yeah, people gave this movie terrible reviews. It wasn't even like meh, it was just like half a star out of 5 stars, 1 star. This one review, I was like, LMAO, imagine if the credits started rolling right now, and then they did. Yep, exactly. Literally, this one review, when you can't decide how to end your movie, so you just don't. That's literally how it felt. Like, they did 2 different endings, but then to the second ending, they didn't give it like an actual ending. It was so weird. I don't know. That was a weird movie. It was slow. I think the thing that really kind of helped me through it was just my intrigue on how it was gonna end and like how it was gonna be different than The Haunting of Bly Manor and just what was gonna happen. If I hadn't seen Haunting of Bly Manor, I think I would have hated this a lot more, but I definitely don't think I was too much of a fan of that. Sad to say, you know, I thought that some jump scares or just it being horror in general was gonna help me through it, and it's like even the jump scares, there was some, but like they weren't scary as much. I can't explain it because they were a jump scare, but like I did not jump. So I maybe jumped like 2 or 3 times maybe max. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, be sure to follow me on my social media. My Instagram is @RachelRimini, my Twitter is @Rachel_Rimini, and my Letterboxd is just my name, Rachel Rimini. Letterboxd is the place where I was reading all those funny reviews. So if you want to read more funny reviews of movies and follow me, highly recommend going and looking up Letterboxd and creating a little account or whatever. I don't know. Letterboxd is fun. Letterboxd is great. Highly recommend. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!
Over meadows, inside sprung grass, lungs breathing in the darkness.